Hello there guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another brand new video. Of course, your favorite prediction crew here on the Predict Football channel to give you our best predictions. This time around we are coming with something very beautiful, something wonderful. We are coming with the 3 different leagues to give you predictions on the 3 different leagues separately. So this my guy here, he will do Bundesliga, he will do La Liga, and then I will do Premier League. We'll give you all the predictions, we'll give you different odds and different games so that you guys can play each of them individually as you want. So make sure you watch this video to the end. Do not go anywhere, stay tuned. Like the video, subscribe, smash the notification bell, do everything, comment, leave your comments. Also let us know what you think. So we're gonna go straight to these predictions, but before we do that, remember that this video is sponsored by the Predict Football app. Of course, it's available for iOS and for Android users, and as usual, you know where to get these apps. Go there and download it and enjoy. So we're gonna start with the Bundesliga prediction. So make sure you watch this video. Calm down, open your ears. You can carry your pen and jot them down. Jot things down. Yeah. So let's get straight to these predictions. Bundesliga, over to you.
Okay, so according to our famous Fabrizio Romano, here we go. So the first game in the Bundesliga is actually a 15 odds bet slip. It comprises of 7 matches in this bet slip, and the first match starting on Friday, on the 6th of February 2026, the game between Union Berlin versus Eintracht Frankfurt. This game is taking place in the German capital. This is a game between an informed Union Berlin versus an out-of-form Eintracht Frankfurt. This game is a game between 8th and 9th place team in the league. Union should score in this game, probably will score up to 2, and Frankfurt should be able to score at least 1 goal in this game as well. So because of these reasons, I picked Union versus Eintracht Frankfurt to be an over 1.5 match. So Union versus Eintracht Frankfurt over 1.5 is what I played it. The next game on my best slip is the game between Mainz 05 and Augsburg. Mainz have been kind of, I won't really say informed, but they've done well for themselves so far. The last game in the league, they won against RB Leipzig, scoring 2 goals in that game and conceding 1 goal. And Augsburg, on the other hand, have been winning some and drawing some and also losing some. But in all these games that they've played, they've actually scored and conceded. In fact, maybe not all, but most of these games that they've played, they've actually scored and conceded in them. And same thing as Mainz 05. And when you look at the head-to-head records between these two sides, you also see that they both score and concede against each other. So because of this, I picked the game between Mainz 05 versus Augsburg to be both teams to score match. So Mainz 05 versus Augsburg, both teams to score. And the next game on my best slips is the game between Freiburg versus Werder Bremen. Freiburg, we all know, are the better side between these two sides. Werder have really been struggling recently, conceding goals very frequently. Even in the games that they managed to draw, they've also conceded at least 1 goal in them. Freiburg, on the other hand, have actually been really good. In Europe, they've been good. In the league, they've been good. And they are chasing a European place. Actually, not just any European place, but Champions League place against next season. So I think this game is a game which Freiburg will win. I think they should win this game. I think they'll be able to score at least 2 goals in this game against Werder, because Werder are a team that really concedes, and Freiburg, on the other hand, are a team that scores goals. So Freiburg versus Werder Bremen, I think over 1.5 goals for Freiburg, the home side. The next game on my best slip is the game between Wolfsburg and Borussia Dortmund. In recent years, Dortmund have been known to really have the number of Wolfsburg. The past 3 seasons, they haven't lost to Wolfsburg. They've actually won most of the matches in which the two sides have played off against each other, be it at home or away. And this game being played at Wolfsburg is a game whereby I think that Dortmund would not like to lose, especially when you think that they are nurturing that faint hope of winning the league, the Bundesliga itself, with Bayern faltering in recent weeks. So I think this game is a game where Borussia Dortmund will win or draw. If they don't end up winning, I think they will end up at the very least drawing this game. So I played this game, we win or draw. That's Wolfsburg versus Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund to win or draw. And the next game on my best slip is a game between involving another Borussia side. This is Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen have been known to really be a team that has goals in their matches. They actually are either scoring or conceding or doing both. And in most games, they actually, in recent weeks, they've actually been scoring and conceding. And I think this game is a game in which that trend will continue. Borussia Mönchengladbach have not really been in good form, but nonetheless, they've actually popped in goals themselves whenever they are at home, especially. So I think they will score in this game, just like I think that Bayer Leverkusen will also score. So I think this game between Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Bayer Leverkusen is a game which will have both sides scoring. So I picked it to play both teams to score. And then the next game on my best slip is a game between Bayern Munich versus Hoffenheim. A red hot Hoffenheim versus a Bayern that will try to reclaim, strengthen their lead. Not reclaim, but strengthen their lead in the top of the league. And Hoffenheim, on the other hand, are really in good form. Having won, I think, five games in a row. I think they'll score in this game. That is Hoffenheim, and I also think Bayern will, of course, score. So this game, I picked it to play both teams to score, Bayern to score, and Hoffenheim to score as well. So that's it. Bayern versus Hoffenheim, both teams to score. And then the final game on my best slip is the game between St. Pauli versus Stuttgart. This game I played it for Stuttgart to win or draw, away side to win or draw. So these were the 7 games that my best slip, amounting to 15 odds, 15 sweet, precious odds. I think by the end of Sunday would all wrap up and would have played. We'll be seeing green.
Okay. So very lovely games actually. Do the recap for us. Yeah. So that
a very very quick recap. 15 odds best slip, 7 games that comprises it. The first game is Union Berlin versus Eintracht Frankfurt, over 1.5.
Yeah.
The next game, Mainz 05 versus Augsburg, both teams to score.
Yeah.
Freiburg versus Werder Bremen, Freiburg to score 2 goals. Wolfsburg versus Borussia Dortmund to win or draw. That's away win or draw. Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Bayer Leverkusen, both teams to score. Bayern München versus Hoffenheim, another both teams to score. And then the final game on my best slip, the game between St. Pauli versus Stuttgart, away win or draw.
Now, I see that the game between Wolfsburg and Borussia Dortmund, you are becoming very, very. On a normal day, would have picked Borussia Dortmund to win.
We would have even picked goals. Dortmund win or draw and over 1.5 or over 2.5. Or even Dortmund on their own to score 2 goals. Because recently Dortmund have been scoring.
Yeah, all the things you said are real possibilities.
And
Dortmund
the Bayern game as well, you just pick both teams to score. When Bayern on their own score like
3.
2. And then Hoffenheim on their own to score like 2.
Before they will score 2, they will score 1.
So you once you score so
exactly. I went to it's all about priorities and taking the minimal risk. Before Bayern will score 2, they will score 1. You get, so once they score 1, I know that
by the time they don't score that one, you go some one more goal.
You start thinking and thinking. So once you know that Bayern has scored, Hoffenheim has scored, that game don't enter.
Everybody don't
you get.
Yeah.
Once you see that Dortmund are playing 1-0, that 1-0, even if you know, say, okay, even if for some reason Wolfsburg equalize that minute, you know, say, now see the Bayern, the Dortmund no lose, you play the win or draw. So these are the reasons. These are what I thought about before playing this game.
It's okay. I like the games. The games are very, very okay. I hope you got the Bundesliga predictions. Of course, 15 odds for you guys. 7 games, yeah.
7 games,
yeah.
Yes.
15 odds. So we'll move to La Liga, of course. The king of La Liga will give us his La Liga predictions so that we'll see. Over to you.
So La Liga predictions for this weekend. Safe La Liga predictions. I picked how many matches? 7 matches that I picked here, and the total is 6 odds. 6, like almost 7 odds, but there are 6 odds here.
Yeah.
And I picked very, very safe game. So let's go with the prediction. The first match starting on Friday, Celta Vigo versus Osasuna. This is a match where I don't know who will win the match. I think that Celta Vigo will score and Osasuna will score. And more likely, I predict that the game will end in a draw. Maybe a 1-1. I don't know if they will score 2-2. So I'm picking over 1.5 goals, but I see 1-1 in this game. I see both sides scoring in this particular match. That's what I see here. And then Barcelona versus RCD Mallorca. Their last matches, Barcelona won 3-1, but Mallorca won 4-1. So this is a game where I see both of the sides scoring. And besides, we've seen Barcelona concede recently. So for this game, I picked Asian over 3. That is at least 3 goals to be scored in this match total between the two sides. Even though Barcelona alone may score the entire 3, but I picked Asian over 3 in this particular game. And then Real Sociedad versus Elche. Any match I see Elche, I used to play Elche to score. But in this particular game, I think Elche may likely lose to Real Sociedad. But I picked over 1.5 because Sociedad will score and Elche will also score as well. Then Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis. This is a clear both teams to score match, but I'm just being safe and I picked over 1.5. Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis. And then the next match, Athletic Bilbao versus Levante. I picked home win or draw. Bilbao are not that too trustworthy to play straight win. Then Villarreal versus Espanyol. Espanyol are on fire, like they score a lot of goals. I picked over 1.5 in that particular match. And then the last but not the least, Valencia versus Real Madrid. I picked Real Madrid to score 2 goals away over 1.5 goals. So let me recap this game. 7 matches, 6 odds, almost 7 odds from La Liga this weekend. Celta Vigo versus Osasuna over 1.5 goals. Barcelona versus RCD Mallorca over 3. Real Sociedad versus Elche over 1.5. Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis over 1.5. Athletic Bilbao versus Levante, home win or draw. Villarreal versus Espanyol over 1.5. Then Valencia versus Real Madrid away over 1.5.
I like the games. The only problem I might have in that game is that Bilbao match.
Bilbao will not lose to Levante at home. I don't think so.
I was seeing more of an over 1.5 there because I think
1.5 Bilbao.
Yeah. Because I think
I actually,
unless the match ends 1-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
actually seeing a 2-1 win to Bilbao though.
Perhaps on the norms, I usually try as much as possible to avoid Athletic Bilbao games because that team has been inconsistent ever since they went to the Champions League.
The Iñaki brothers are back.
The Iñaki brothers are back. Are they the only 2 players playing?
They have other players. Sunset. They have
Oyan Sunset, Berenguer. They're plenty. But the thing is, the side itself, the overall team, most times does not perform. But what gives me solace is the fact that they are at home
and they are playing
against
side.
a very very weak Levante side. So maybe just for this reason, I would say okay, they can win or draw this game.
Because
if
how
not,
would they lose to Levante at home?
They'll sack Marcelo. What's his name? They'll sack Valverde.
So what of Real Madrid?
Madrid?
No. Score 2 goals.
The other problem I have there is that you didn't add the option of fights to bust out. That option should have added that option of fights to bust out.
In that game because I never see any match with Valencia and Real Madrid play with Vinicius no fight.
Like,
there must be fights.
It's almost certain. Oh wait, one team must something will happen.
Players to fight.
Players to fight now. No, be precise. Vinicius
to cause fight.
To be involved, maybe not cause but to be involved.
Okay.
But anyway, apart from my concern about Bilbao, I think every other game is okay.
It's okay, I like
but
it.
even with my concern about Bilbao, I still think so.
That Celta Vigo game is 100% a draw.
Yeah, sure.
That one is not.
Not surely a draw, but sure they will get up to
1-1.
2 goals.
There'll be at least 2 goals there.
Look, very good predictions. Now we move to the Premier League. Of course, let me take the reins and take you guys back to England, where we have the best league in the world. Of course, we also
allegedly.
We also have the best predictions in the world. So mine, I have nine games here. 11 odds rising to 12. 11 odds rising to 12. The first match is the match between Manchester United and Tottenham. Of course, I picked over 2.5 goals there because I think Man United will score 2 goals, and I think Tottenham can also score 2 goals, but I think they will definitely score at least 1 goal in that particular game. I think Man U should win that game. Least they can get from there is a draw, but Man U definitely comes on top or goes out with the points. So I think over 2.5 goals is my pick there. Very lovely. The next one I picked Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Normally I should have said Aston Villa to come and do something here because they lost their last match. But Bournemouth are a team that I don't play against. The only match they've played in this season they've not scored is the match between Chelsea, and it ended 0-0. And they even scored Chelsea, they cancelled. So very, very tough side. Bournemouth, they always try to score as much as possible in every match they played. In fact, the last time they played Man U, I think it was 4-4. Last time they played Chelsea, I think it was 3 or more. Very, very good scoring side. So Bournemouth to score for me. Aston Villa can score, but Bournemouth to score is my prediction for that particular one. The next one I have is Arsenal versus Sunderland. Sunderland, of course, are a very tough side, but not as tough as Arsenal at home at the Emirates. Arsenal should win this one. I think Arsenal will score at least 2 goals, so I pick Arsenal to score 2 goals. That's my prediction for that particular one. The next one, the fourth one I have is the match between Burnley and West Ham. Burnley and West Ham. West Ham are a strong side. They were not strong before they signed their coach. No, but
so West Ham are a strong side.
Yes, they almost won Chelsea.
I had to think about that for like a second before I had to say
yes, West Ham are a strong side compared to Burnley. West Ham
compared to Burnley,
West Ham are a strong side.
Even compared to Burnley, I wouldn't really say West Ham are a strong side.
Are you being serious right now?
They are equal.
When last did they lose? Except the one they lost to Chelsea.
Which one? You want to say what? They lost.
Burnley versus West Ham. My prediction is West Ham to score. West Ham over 0.5 goals. That's my prediction there. Then we move to, of course, the best team in the world, Chelsea, playing against Wolves. Chelsea to win, of course. Chelsea to win. That's the prediction there. I'm not being biased. Chelsea to win. The next one, Newcastle versus Brentford. I picked over 1.5 goals. I think both of these teams will definitely score against each other. Newcastle have not been in best form lately. Newcastle at home are a very different ball game. I think they will score. Gordons will definitely score, and then Brentford should find a way to score. Although Igor Thiago have not been scoring, but I think over 1.5 goals will come out of that particular game. The next one I have is one between Fulham and Everton. This is a game where I think both of these teams are almost equally matched. Although I picked Fulham ahead of Everton, considering the fact that they are also at home, I have picked Fulham to score. Fulham over 0.5 goals. That's my prediction for that particular one. The next one I have is Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, I don't know what's happening to them, but they have dipped massively in form, maybe because they've sold key players that the coach didn't want to sell. But I think Brighton will score definitely. I think Brighton has gone a little bit under the radar this season in the Premier League. I think Brighton will score against Crystal Palace. And then the last one is the match between Liverpool and Manchester City, of course. Very big match there. I just went to over 1.5 goals, so go and rest, because I did not want to overcomplicate things in that particular one. So those are my 9 games. I'm going to do a quick recap for you guys so that we can correct or we can give some insights. Man United versus Tottenham over 2.5 goals. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Bournemouth to score. Arsenal versus Sunderland. Arsenal to score 2. Burnley versus West Ham to score 1. Wolves versus Chelsea to win. Newcastle versus Brentford over 1.5 goals. Fulham versus Everton. Fulham to score 1. Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Brighton to score 1. And then Liverpool versus Manchester City over 1.5 goals. Those were the games. What do you guys think?
Well, all 9 games you reeled out are actually nice. Of the 9 games you called, I don't have an issue with any of them except the game between Fulham and Everton.
Why is there issue there?
Everton have been notoriously good.
Yes.
In my own opinion, notoriously good against teams that are kind of on the same,
but they also
range
concede
and level
against those teams that are within their range.
Well,
he didn't say Fulham will win them.
I said
Fulham are home.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that home factor is what might give me a little bit of solace that okay.
So even if they are away, I think Fulham can score Everton.
Fulham scores whether home or away.
If they were away, I would have been like
that they cannot score Everton. No win or score.
Where did Fulham win Man U? Where was that? Was it at Old Trafford, the last match 2-2?
What did you say?
Where Fulham nearly drew Man U.
Was it at Old Trafford?
Were they not away? Didn't they score?
I'm talking about Everton, not Manchester United.
So mean that Everton are stronger than Manchester United.
Why are you people twisting this whole thing?
You said yeah.
See, fact of the matter is, I have some concern that Everton are really, really good when they play against sides that are kind of on their level.
Fulham. This guy never watched Fulham.
But the thing is, since Fulham are at home, and having myself, I know how good Fulham are at home. Usually at home they score. I mean, they won Chelsea there. So
no problem. Now we are throwing shit.
So it's possible that they will at least score 1 goal, just like they did against Chelsea.
Okay.
They may also do the same against
Everton. Okay.
So that's the only problem. You guys don't have any problem with Chelsea beating Wolves.
No, Chelsea win Wolves.
Who is Wolves?
Chelsea win Wolves.
For the first time in your life, you don't have problem with Chelsea beating Wolves.
Unless Chelsea decides to do their thing.
Is there anything I can do about it? I can't do anything about it.
It's only Chelsea that can do something about it by not winning Wolves.
So Man U Tottenham over 2.
Yeah, Manchester United versus Tottenham shall
to win.
Both sides should score actually.
Every other prediction is okay then. So
I think every prediction.
Yeah. Do I need to do a quick recap for them again?
I've already done the recap.
So thank you guys for watching our videos. These games, as you can see, were carefully selected. 6 odds, 15 odds, and 11 odds, rising to 12. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and we really hope you boom. So I'll leave the rest to you guys out.
The rest includes, please do well to like the video, do well to share the video, share on various platforms, share your social media handles, and also share with your village people as well. Please do not forget to also hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I will drop a new video like this one. And please, if you've not already done that, do well to subscribe to the channel. And please leave your comments in the comment section. Tell us what you think. Give us the suggestions. Can banter. You can interact down there. Probably do that very, very respectfully. So until next video, guys, see you, and a very, very big good luck. Bye.
Peace.